Hey, what's going on YouTube world? This is Sebastian with Spin Driving School. In today's video, we are going to take a hard look at ourselves. And what I mean by that is pedestrians and jaywalkers. Yeah, that's right. That's what we're going to take a look at today. A couple of videos of what to do, what not to do, what is and what isn't a crosswalk. So let's get right to it. Enjoy. All right, so let's get right to it. We're gonna go through a couple of signs first. We're gonna go over what isn't a crosswalk. First couple of signs are gonna be from the ICBC book, and they will show you what it isn't a crosswalk, marked and unmarked as well. So the top two and the one on the left are all crosswalks. Anything with a red triangle, or sorry, red dot, is a crosswalk, and the one on the right with the grass, no sidewalk. This lady, I would say she's jaywalking. I mean, she's crossing the double yellow line, and this is not a corner to corner. So here you go. There's another crosswalk. These are all well marked. So crosswalk signs, another crosswalk sign, more crosswalk signs, different colors. This one is kind of similar to a school zone. Another one, again, these are all well marked, and this is your walk sign for intersections. These are all crosswalks. Yeah, anything that's got that arrow pointed down, these are all crosswalks from corner to corner. So always keep that in mind. Here we go. We're about to pull up to this it's a one-way intersection with actually a one-way street. This is in New West, and from my left, pedestrian crossing. So anytime you stop at any intersection, first thing you should always look for is pedestrians, scan both ways, and then look for traffic or cyclists, obviously. So that's it. Always wait for the pedestrians to cross, as long as they're close enough to the intersection. You can see the pedestrian waiting right there. I'm just coming up on the yellow red light, going to stop, and this is for all you people who do not stop when you're turning right on the red light. Make sure you come to a full stop. It's a red light. People always cross in front of us when we're stopping on these red lights. You'll see a blue car coming up there on the right hand side. Imagine what happens when that car doesn't stop. So make sure you stop. Just gonna wait for the green, keep it moving. There you go, flashing green. This is this crosswalk coming up here. You don't have to slow down or stop. Obviously, if no one's crossing, you can slow down a little bit if you want, but don't stop. Four-way stop. There you go, pedestrian crossing from the left-hand side. Gonna stop, let him cross. This time pretty much all the way to the sidewalk. Keep it moving. Scan both ways. If you stop at a four-way stop sign and people are crossing in front of you, you lose your right of way pretty much automatically. This lady here is obviously jaywalking. This is a through intersection where I don't have to stop, and she's crossing in the middle of the road. That's jaywalking. So, and don't stop and encourage people to jaywalk. It's actually not legal, and you will fail your road test if you do that. It's very dangerous. Four-way stop, again, scanning for people. We're going straight, so we are going to yield to these two pedestrians. Off we go. You got the cherry blossoms. Had some nice weather last week, so we really locked out. Just keep it moving. Keep scanning, keep it moving. Again, here we have a black cat. Oh crap. He's actually underneath the van. We got a lady right here jaywalking. Yep, that's what jaywalking is. And if you're gonna jaywalk, make sure that you do it at the right time. Don't just impede traffic because you want to cross the street when you want to. For all you jaywalkers out there, don't do that. So again, this intersection coming up here, all four corners essentially are a crosswalk. It's just not marked, but this is a crosswalk from each corner. So if pedestrians are crossing here, they do have the right of way. So always, don't slow down, don't stop at them. Keep scanning. But if someone's crossing, obviously stop and yield. We have a two-way, always scanning both ways. from our left hand side. This guy just kind of appeared out of nowhere, to be honest with you. There he is. So make sure you always scan both ways. And obviously, depending on where the pedestrians are in relation to, you know, how long you have to wait there, or can you just kind of stop and go. This is a pretty bad case of a jaywalker. You can see that guy just jaywalking there in the middle of the road as those cars are turning left. So, you know, you should never do that, because your knees don't make a good garage space. So just don't be an idiot. Don't jaywalk. If you do, be mindful. Don't impede traffic. Here we go, going through this alley. So you should always be treating all alleys, or at least the ends of alleys, as a stop sign. If there's a sidewalk, make sure you stop and scan both ways, because pedestrians can obviously also cross there. So this lady kind of got freaked out, but that's why you always stop and keep your speed limit in alleys to, you know, 10, 15K. Here we go. Here's another one coming up to, you know, essentially a one-way intersection. Stop sign downhill, which is, you know, hard on your brakes already, making those full stops, making that car work for you. Scanning both ways. We have two, you know, lovely ladies right there. So have to yield to your pedestrians. They wave, scan both ways. Once it's safe, inch forward, proceed through the intersection. And that's how you do it. So always make sure that you are keep that eye out for the pedestrians, and obviously the cyclists and vehicles. So all three kind of at the same time simultaneously. But, you know, I usually teach my students, look for people first. So again, making a right turn on the red light. This guy kind of obviously went on the yellow, so point of no return for him. Boom, full stop. There's the pedestrian. So again, if you are just gonna pump your brakes and turn on these red lights, especially in these intersections where there's a lot of people crossing and people come out of, you know, corners, blind corners, behind walls, etc., etc. And if you don't stop, and I've seen these accidents, you know, I've seen babies, you know, ladies with strollers being hit because people don't stop on these red lights, and, you know, especially when you're making the right turn. So full stop, you can always turn on the green. There you go, complete your turn, and it's always going to be the safest on the green light. Sometimes it sucks, sometimes people cross obviously on the other side, but it is what it is. Here we go, four-way stop. You know, bit of a different situation, but there you go, lady with a stroller. So, you know, it's very unlikely that people don't stop at four ways, but that's why you always have to go to a full complete stop. And if you see people waiting at the corner, you know, at the corner of the sidewalk, whether now you know what is and isn't an unmarked crosswalk, so make sure you yield and let them cross. So hopefully that helps and it's a little bit clearer, and stay safe out there and keep tuned, or keep it tuned rather. Good night.